What's up, my ponios? Andy with Tech Influence here, excited to go over the LS-66 65mm telephoto lens for your iPhone, for your Android, that uses a 17mm mount. And this is an awesome way to be able to get really buttery portrait pictures. It's nice to be able to punch in, significant enough so you can get those shots that you're looking for, whether you're doing sports, vlogging, running and gunning, or taking portraits. Made of high quality anodized aluminum. The lens itself gives you 1.7x magnification. Included, it comes with a lens hood that reduces glare, enhances images, and also protects your lens. It's great for those close-ups, and 7 elements in 5-group glass that ensures sharp images. There's also a 58mm filter thread if you wanted to add your own CPLs, mist filters, or ND filters. 65mm is a very comfortable range here for your iPhone, your Android, because you don't necessarily have to punch in if your phone doesn't have a good telephoto lens on it. With that said, I purchased this lens with my own money. However, I do have a relationship with Neewer, but they have no editorial say on this review. Let's go and unbox it, demonstrate it, and see what you get yourself into. I've got their 17mm lens mount here. It's a nice rig here that we will be using to show. Let's go ahead and set that aside while we unbox this lens. Pretty straightforward. What I like about it is they do have its own little protective case for travels. It comes in a padded case. It does have a little carabiner, so if you wanted to clip it to your gear, have it protected on the inside. And it's got a nice zipper mount here that will allow you to get protection from the elements. Opening it up here, you do have a number of items on the inside. Comes with a dedicated lens cap, which is nice. And then obviously the LS-66 65mm lens. And then the rest on the inside comes with the lens hood, and you have a little microfiber cloth, which is nice. There it is. It's got 7 elements of 5 groups of lenses, which makes up this really high quality and durable lens. You do have a little cap there for the 17mm. You can see here, it's nice and robust. It's quite big and hefty. Made out of very durable aluminum. You can see it chamfers up and gives you a wide field of view, allowing you to be able to take in lots of light while maintaining a fantastic depth of field and the dynamic range. The lens hood itself does stretch out to 72mm, but the lens hood does not have an adapter. You will have to step up if you wanted to include that. Otherwise, it is a 58mm threading here on the front. Application is very straightforward. You just place it right there on the 17mm thread. It'll grip right onto there. You tighten it on, and there it is up close. Looks fantastic. I really like this rig here. It does have a dedicated shutter button. It's gonna give you a nice depth of field. Great for portraits. Fantastic in the hand. Good for making TikToks as well. I like that. Neewer has a couple of other lenses. This is the 60mm 2x tele. Here is the 85 2.5x tele. You can see right where it fits, showing you it's right in between the 60 and the 85, giving you 1.7x. I like that. A couple of different options here that you have to choose from. Okay, we're here on location. Here is the LS-66. 65mm, looks really good. Got my grip, got my shutter button. I think I'm ready. We're gonna go ahead and show you on the static tripod here what each focal length looks like, where I'm standing in the same position. And then what I'll do is I'll go handheld, 4K 30, 4K 120, ProRes log. All right, let's go and switch over to the 65mm. The LS-66, I think, does a great job giving you a nice, clean telephoto look. It does compress the image here, obviously, because it adds those extra elements in front of the lens, but you can see there's a fantastic field of view. It's nice and hot outside. You can see the sweat on my brow, and I think it does a great job here, especially with that 1x lens on the 16 Pro Max, to keep it very sharp and also to maintain the dynamic range. I think it looks great. Portraits will do well. If you wanted to do like an interview type of a thing or a cinematic look, here's what the 65mm looks like. I'm gonna go ahead now and just swap off the lens, stay in the exact same spot, and show you what the 85 looks like in comparison. I'm gonna swap out to the 60mm and show you what that looks like here that Neewer has. All right, now we're at the 85. You can see that the 85, I think, has its number of issues. It does have a minimum focal length, so depending on where I'm standing, it's not going to be as clear as we hope it to be. This is way more punched in. You can see the image is compressed. you're having an issue being able to deal with the bokeh or the focal length here. The background doesn't look as natural, but it's something to consider here if you're wanting to choose between these two focal lengths. The 65mm is back on the chassis there. I have the lens hood as well. There actually is some direct light now that the sun has moved direct onto the lens, and the hood is nice because it's able to give you some shading and protection against direct light while maintaining the subject in the picture. Let's go ahead now and take it off of the tripod and go around shooting in ProRes log 4K 120.
Short, so let's not waste another minute. Hey, it's alright now. Listen to such a beautiful sound. Hey, it's alright now, but I don't know if I can take another go round. It's alright now, but I don't know if I can take another go round.
With that said, very pleased with the LS-66, that 65mm cam. iPhone lens is fantastic. It's made out of very high quality, durable material. I think it does a great job with portrait shots. You want to make sure that you have it on the 1X for the phone that you're using, especially since it's probably best to put this on a tripod as the stabilization may be impacted. All in all, I'm not sure which one to choose. It depends on your budget and what you're looking for. But this one with a 65mm lens, I think is fantastic from Neewer. With that said, I'll have all the links down below in the description for the product pricing and availability of everything that we went over here. This video is sponsored. Thanks so much for watching. Andy with Tech Influence. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.